Senator Elizabeth Warren wants to run for president in a couple of years, so she wants to get out from under the Pocahontas label, but she may find that harder than she thought. Don't believe us? Go to Pocahontas.com. Tell us what you find. But when she isn't stealing a Cherokee identity, Senator Warren is also stealing, believe it or not, recipes. In 1984, Warren contributed recipes to the Indian-themed cookbook called, real name, PowWow Chow. By this point, you should not be totally surprised to hear that her contributions, cold omelets with crab meat and tomato dressing, were plagiarized. Literally. This story just keeps on giving. It's an endless Christmas. Howie Carr, a Boston radio show host, our old friend, he joins us. Could this really be true? Not only did she steal the identity of a Native American, but she stole the recipes from the French?
Yeah, she did, Tucker. When this first became a controversy, when she was running for the U.S. Senate in 2012, she listed as her credentials that she had contributed these recipes to this cookbook that her cousin put together, PowWow Chow. So I thought, that's interesting. I think I'll order a copy of the cookbook and see what's in it. And I got the cookbook from Amazon. You can still get it for $28, by the way. And I found this thing called, the one that really caught my eye was cold crab omelet, because it didn't really sound like something that would be available, the ingredients on the Trail of Tears. So I just went to Google and I punched in cold crab omelet in a first couple of words of the recipe, and what popped out but a 1979 recipe from the New York Times by the famous French chef and food columnist Pierre Franet, who was the chef at Le Pavilion, which was this fabulously expensive midtown French restaurant in Manhattan. And it turns out, she claimed that this was like a family recipe that had been handed down through the generations of her Cherokee family. And Pierre Franet said that it was one of the favorites of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, you know, the former King of England, and Cole Porter, the songwriter. This Cherokee recipe that she claimed as her own. And Mark Stein made a joke about it later on. He said, of course, it was one of Cole Porter's favorite Indian dishes, cold crab omelet, because he wrote the famous song. It's something about Sue. I can't even remember that. Oh, it is. I've got Sue under my skin. That's
I mean, that's the layers of phoniness are so thick that it's hard to believe this is real. Has she ever been asked about this?
Yeah, well, no, the only time we ever got a comment from her was I sent out one of my guys, and I just handed her, my guy handed her a book, and she didn't even look at the book, and she autographed it. And she realized then it was PowWow Chow. But what she'd done, Tucker, is she'd taken the cap off the pen like this. And so we got back to the studio, and I said, You know, this pen could have the DNA on it.
Exactly.
You know, we're going to check.
You should send it to Ancestry.com. We're out of time.
I did.
Did you really? And what happened?
Yeah. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough DNA to tell.